Hey, and welcome to Girl Be Free, a podcast designed to help women get unstuck and cultivate the life you want on your terms. I'm Siobhan, your host, and I'm passionate about empowering women to live their best life. Each week, you'll hear pep talks that will inspire and push you to take action so you too can start to be free and live the life you want. You can learn more about me at BeFreeProject.com. Now let's jump into the show. This episode of the Girl Be Free podcast is being sponsored by the Be Free Inner Circle, an exclusive online community where positive, like-minded women gather, connect, support, and learn how to cultivate the life they deserve. The Be Free Inner Circle membership includes live monthly group coaching calls and office hours, masterclasses and workshops that will cover topics such as consistency and discipline, self-care, and creating a vision for your life, just to name a few. A resource library where you can print out articles, worksheets, and workbooks. A book club so that we have a space to discuss some of our favorite books. And the most important part is accountability and community support from women who are on the same wavelength as you and that are on a similar path who wants to be free. And a bonus feature, every member of the Be Free Inner Circle will have access to my live in-person monthly Be Free meetups where you'll be able to view live stream right from your computer screen. So I know you're excited and you want to be a part of the Be Free Inner Circle. So don't worry, I got you covered. Just go to BeFreeInnerCircle.com to learn more and sign up today. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Girl Be Free podcast. I'm your host, Siobhan, where I'm going to inspire and motivate you to show up for yourself. So this week, I am loving the show Insecure. Now, I know it just came back on. It's only 2 episodes in to the 3rd series, but I already know it's going to be a doozy. I just love watching the characters develop. I've been following Issa Rae since she was on YouTube with Misadventures of the Awkward Black Girl. And I remember showing my friends, like, look, y'all, she is so funny. This is hilarious. And then watching her glow up, like, over the years has just been so inspiring to me. And that's something that fuels my energy, like watching other people that I follow or that I connected to in some kind of way, like knowing where they started and then watching them grow and blossom and just be successful in their own way. Like it just motivates me and I guess also encourages me to know like my moment is coming, like just keep going. So if you're not watching Insecure, you totally should be. It is really, really good. I love the dynamics of Molly and Issa's friendship. I love how they're trying to adult through life and in corporate America, nonprofit, and then also have relationships. Like it's just so good to see people that look like me maneuvering through life and trying to figure things out. And then it's funny too. So if you're not watching, totally check it out. I'm in love with the show. I've been watching since day 1 and I just can't wait to see where this season goes. All right, so before I hop into today's topic, I'm doing something new starting this week where I am going to start featuring or highlighting amazing, dope women who are doing great things, whether online or offline. And I did something similar to this back on my blog a while ago, but now I want to bring it to the podcast where I'm whether they're friends or just women that I'm noticing that's just doing amazing work. And it doesn't have to be entrepreneurship, but just doing something really cool. Like I want to share the word and get the word out about it in my own way to my audience. So stay tuned to the end of each episode because I will be highlighting dope women doing dope things in our community and just giving them shine time. And then also letting you know about some of the people that I'm checking out so that you can start to follow them as well. All right, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Now, on to today's topic, which is leap before you are ready. So, whatever you're doing in life, it's always going to be scary to get out of your comfort zone. What I find most often is that we want to wait until everything is perfect before we step out there, not knowing that there's never going to be a perfect time in the moment right now. right? And so what I hear from women that I coach is that, oh, I can't do X, Y, and Z because my kids are in school, or because I don't have enough time, or I don't have enough money, or I need to wait till the kids get out of school. Like there's always something that you're waiting for before you decide to put your foot out there or take that leap, right? And so what I think is happening, and this is just my personal experience and just observing, is that we as women tend to make excuses because we're afraid. We're afraid that if we try something that is not our norm, we automatically think that we're going to fail. Or we lack faith and we don't believe that whatever that thing is really possible for us. So even if it's applying for a new job, right? So you may be so fearful to do it because you, in the back of your head, you don't think that you're qualified. So then that means you'll tell yourself, oh, I'm going to wait until the kids get out of school because then I can pursue it, or then I will have more X, Y, and Z, versus just taking a chance and building up your resume, getting that cover letter together, and just going out there and taking a chance. And so often we hinder ourselves from moving forward because of fear. And so you allow all those negative thoughts to just consume your mind and tell you that now isn't the right time, when in actuality it is. Because, and I've said this before on the podcast, tomorrow is not promised. So many people are waiting on someday, not knowing that someday is never going to happen if you continue to procrastinate and not take that leap. So I'll give you an example. When launching Be Free Project after I got laid off from my job, y'all, I was not ready. I had no entrepreneur friends around me. I had no idea how to run a business. All I knew is that a friend said you should be a life coach. I Google it, figure out I already do it. It's second nature to me. I'm just going to pursue it. Like I literally just made the decision. And when I got the news that I was getting laid off and I heard that voice that I talked about on a previous episode, like this is your opportunity to take a chance on yourself. Like that was my leap moment. And I've been leaping ever since. And I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying that it's comfortable. But in my mind, and I think I shared this on the podcast, I shared it somewhere, that I don't have a plan B. Like I have a plan A, which is Be Free Project and the Girl Be Free movement podcast and all that jazz. Like that is it for me. And so I have to keep leaping even though I'm not sure of what the outcome is going to be. Like, yes, I have this vision and I have this dream for my life, but I don't know how it's going to unfold. All I can do is trust my intuition and the voice that I hear inside that keeps telling me to go for it, even though I feel that I'm not ready, but I just keep taking a chance. And so I know you're probably thinking, well, how do you do that? All I can say for me is that I just do it. Like I can't say like there's some magic or anything. Like I just take one little step and then I take another step. And then those steps that I'm taking, they're small, but then they move to something big. However, if I never leap, if I never take a chance on myself, then that means that I am holding somebody else back who needs to be connected to Be Free Project. And I've shared before that that is huge for me because I don't ever want to be in a position where I know the gifts that God has given me and that I am not moving forward because I'm scared. And because I'm scared, the people who need to shine because they need to be connected to Be Free Project, I'm holding them back. Like I don't like that feeling at all. Again, when I started Be Free Project, I had no clue what I was doing. I just knew that I wanted to use my gifts to impact women. I wanted to share the things that were shifting my life and transforming my life. That's what I wanted to do. Did I have all the pieces? Did I know everything? Absolutely not. But I just keep taking steps. And I know this to be true. When you are in your purpose and when you're doing work that you're passionate about, there's a certain level of freedom that you feel, and there's a certain level of confidence because now you know exactly what you've been put on earth to do. a piece of it anyway, right? And so you have a certain level of confidence where it's like, all right, I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just going to take a chance. And then I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to connect with people who allow me to take chances. And so even when I don't have all the pieces to the puzzle together, I have people in my corner that can support me along the way that's going to, I guess, be my hype woman or my hype man. And if you are waiting to be ready, you're never going to be ready. And you can always talk yourself out of taking that next step and leaping. Always. You're going to always make an excuse of why now isn't the right time. And this podcast is all about showing up for yourself in a way that you've never done before. And the reason that I can teach this and share this in this the way that I do, and I'm sure you can hear the passion that's coming out of my voice, is because I feel like we all are here for a reason. And I don't want you listening to this podcast week after week and you're not leaping in your own life. Yes, it's great to be inspired by other women who are doing amazing things, but as I've said before, we want to be inspired by the things that you're doing. When I say we, I'm thinking collectively as the Be Free family. Like, we want to be inspired by the work that you're doing. And you are only hindering yourself when you stay stuck in your mind and you're not taking a chance on yourself. And so I think I shared this last week, is the reason that a lot of times people don't like take that chance is because they don't know what they want. So yes, there's different levels to this, right? And there's a growing process. But you just have to keep going. You have to keep trying, and you have to connect yourself or be connected in spaces where you feel okay leaping. So in order for you to be ready, you're going to have to leap, and you're going to have to go head first. And you can't think too much about it. You have to trust that you're making the right decision for you. And guess what? Even if there's some bumps along the road or what have you, it's supposed to happen. Like, you're not supposed to get everything right. Everything is not supposed to be perfect. Totally fine. But you have to go in head first, and you have to figure things out as you go. So one of the things that even for me is that I do is I say yes before I'm ready. There's a lot of things that have come my way, and I'll just say yes to it and I'll figure it out later. Because if I say no, I am only holding myself back. Because if my reason for saying no is that I don't think I'm ready, when will I ever be ready? When will I ever be ready? Probably not. There's always going to be new things to learn, more people to meet, more money to be made. Like, there's always going to be something. But for me, because I understand like time and like the blessing or the favor that is over my life, I understand that I have to keep going no matter what. And I want to be able to look back at my life and say, you know what? I wasn't sure, and I can say this now, like, I'm not sure how everything is going to happen and how it's going to work out, but I'm so glad that I trusted the process. And I'm so glad that I stepped out on faith and moved before I ever knew what was going to happen or what was going to come of all of the work that I've been putting in. I'm so glad that I took a chance on myself, because now I'm in a position to motivate and encourage other women to do the same. When I look at even the last 4.5 years of launching this business, I have just been taking leap after leap after leap. And that means from starting the business, coaching clients one-on-one, moving to group coaching programs, now hosting events, and not just one, but multiple events per month, whether for Be Free Project and my private Be Free meetups or hosting events at hair salons. Like, I am leaping before I'm ready, and there's no blueprint to this. There's no one out here telling me to do all these things. I just feel like, oh, okay, this makes sense for what I'm doing. Let me take a chance and let me see if it works. And guess what? If it doesn't work and I don't like the way that it's flowing, I can always stop doing it and move on to the next thing. The same thing with homeschooling my kids. If you would have asked me like years ago, even when they were starting school or even when they were babies, would I homeschool? I would be like, absolutely not. Like, no. But based on like how our lifestyle is and what I want or what my husband and I want for our children, like, it's the best fit for them. And sometimes, and I get asked this question all the time, like, how are you doing it all? I'm just doing it and I'm just making it work. And I know, again, what I want for my life and what I want for my family. And I'm just making it happen. But if I was to think about these things too much, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do this or second guessing everything. Nope. I just put myself out there and I kind of go with the flow. And as things develop and they grow, I grow along with it. And I don't want to look back over my life and say, man, I wish I would have done more. When I say be free and live, when I sign off on my emails, be free and live, like I really mean that. Like I want to be free and live my life. And being free and living life means taking leaps. That means starting before you're ready. That means taking one little step and another step and another step and going from there, right? That doesn't mean being stuck. That doesn't mean making excuses. That doesn't mean doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. No, when I say be free and live, that means you're being free in your life and you're living it how you want to live it. Whether that's being an entrepreneur, whether that's, advancing in your career, starting a nonprofit, dancing, creating art, singing, whatever your thing is, you need to be free and live. But you cannot do that being stuck. You cannot live life fully if you are being stuck and waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect time to take a chance on yourself. Life is busy enough, right? We got a lot of things on our plate. And as I just mentioned, with me homeschooling, running a business full time, I'm a wife, there's tons of other things or whatever. At the end of the day, I always want to feel like I'm giving it my best and that I'm just doing the work now in order to better my life and the people that are connected to me. So, yes, our lives are busy. They will always be busy. There's always going to be something, but you're just going to have to go for it. And I'll say the most recent leap that I've made, and y'all, I was not ready for this at all. And that was hiring a business coach specifically to help with public speaking. And I've been saying for a while, like, I think I need to hire a coach. I think I need to hire a coach, but financially, it just wasn't in a budget. And I didn't have a person where I was like, this is who I want to work with. Like, I just didn't have a vision of that person. However, a connection was made a couple of weeks ago. We had a conversation. And I had a sense of peace and calmness in making this move. And y'all, it is an investment. It is not cheap, especially to hire a good coach. And I didn't want just anyone. Like, I wanted someone who had the experience that I needed in order to grow, right? And what I wanted for my business. And so I leaped. And again, I'm like, I don't know where the money is going to come from. I don't know how this is going to happen, but I know that I have to take this risk and I'm going to have to put myself out there. And one of the things that I've been saying to myself is that I'm not going to connect with the outcome. I am going to focus on doing the work. This is 4 months of coaching. And I'm going to be committed to it. And no, financially, it wasn't in the budget to do this. However, I'm taking a chance on myself. Again, I am here to grow. I am here to be better. I am here to build this vision and watch it like manifest before my eyes. And I understand that I can't do it alone. And so sometimes it's going to take putting yourself out there. And it's going to be scary. It's going to be uncomfortable, especially when you're doing something and it's unfamiliar to you. But if you did everything that made you comfortable, then how are you going to grow? So my main point, I guess, or to sum this all up, is that I want you to be willing to take that leap. And you're never going to be ready, but you just have to go for it. Don't overthink it. Don't make excuses. Figure out what it is that you want and then put your foot in it and just take that leap and just take that chance. And I'm not saying go all in, but just take a little step and let those steps build up into something great. All right. And so if you need community, if you need accountability, connection, resources, and then of course coaching for me, the Be Free Inner Circle is where it's at. You get access to the Be Free meetups through live stream, and then if you're coming in person, you get a special discount code. Of course, we have a book club, and it's just an amazing community of women. And again, I've shared before, they're all there for one goal, which is to be free and live their life to the way that they want to live it. So you can check us out at BeFreeInnerCircle.com. If you ever have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to me. My email is always in the show notes. But yes, become a member. It is a great community of women, again, that we're connecting and we're leaping before we're ready. And so far, what I've noticed is women have in the group have started blogs. They're in the process of purchasing their homes. They are volunteering and doing work that they are passionate about. They're creating magazines. I mean, they are doing the darn thing. And I am proud of this community and I'm excited to watch what it blossoms into. All right. So your action step for this week is I want you to answer this question for yourself. What's one thing you've been putting off that you've been waiting for the right time? What's that one thing you've been putting off waiting for the perfect time? And then the second part is what's one step that you're going to take to get you closer to that goal? And you can always feel free to email me your answers, or you can follow our Instagram page. It's Girl Be Free Podcast, and share your response on there so we can connect. And another thing, before I get into shouting out this dope woman this week, music that I'm listening to. I am listening to Insecure season 3. They have a playlist on Apple Music. It's probably on Spotify as well. But the music on there is so dope, y'all. Like, I love the music. I love finding indie artists and then other artists that I hear, on my own. But I think it's a really dope playlist to get the music from the episodes. It's really, really good. So check it out. Insecure season 3. Again, you can find it on Apple Podcasts. You can find it on Apple Music, and I'm sure it's on Spotify as well. All right, so the young lady that I am shouting out this week is Alicia Nicole. She is the founder of Living Over Existing. And so she is actually kickstarting her campaign, her crowdfunding campaign, which is starting on August 24th. And she's raising $30,000. She's trying to raise $30,000 by October 1st to bring on a team for her Living Over Existing site, and just to build this platform in the way that she envisions it. So I'm excited. We've been friends for a while. We actually hosted an event last year, and I really want to see her hit her goal. She has been doing amazing work for years. She's written a book, and she has a podcast called Living Over Existing. And so I'm really excited about this campaign, this crowdfunding campaign that she's doing to just build her brand into something bigger, to bring on staff, to revamp her website, and then also support other women. So definitely check it out. I'm going to put the link to the crowdfunding campaign in the show notes. Go check her out. Make sure you're following Living Over Existing. They have their Instagram page, and then also check out the website as well, and just show your support and help get the word out. We as women have to do a better job at supporting one another. And when one of us wins, we all win. And then we're just pulling each other up. So we need a collective community of women to support one another so that we can bring our vision to life. So definitely go support her. Let her know I sent you. Follow her on Instagram. Check out her website. And then help get the word out. And then lastly, I want to share that I'll be in Columbus, Ohio this upcoming Saturday, August 25th at Zora's house, and I'll be teaching a morning workshop from 10 a.m. to noon titled From Stuck to Unstoppable. And so if you're someone and you're trying to figure out, how do I leap? How do I get started? How do I figure out what I want? And you want to be around a collective of positive, like-minded women, come hang out with us. Come travel to see us. If you know someone in Columbus, share the link with them. You can tag them on any of the posts that I've made. The link is in the show notes. And then also I am hosting an event, a Be Free meetup, which is being sponsored by the Greater Cleveland Urban Film Festival on September 22nd. So tickets are available for both events, and you'll find that in the show notes. And then, of course, if you're a part of the Be Free meetup, no matter where you're at in the world, you'll be able to catch the live stream of those meetups. So that way you can be a part of the community, whether online or offline. So again, As always, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to my little podcast. I'm very grateful that you give me your time each week, and I appreciate everyone that has been sharing the podcast out with your friends. You've been sending me messages, DMing me, and I love it. Keep it coming. Keep helping me get the word out about the podcast, especially if you're growing from it and you're getting something and it's helping you in your everyday life. Thank you in advance. And then lastly, make sure you're following our Instagram page, which is the Girl Be Free Podcast, where you can stay connected with me. You can share your takeaways from the episode. And then, yeah, that's it. So as always, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, girl, be free. Thank you so much for listening. Your support means the world to me. Don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. And if you're feeling really fancy, go ahead and leave a review. Until next time, be free and live.